In this video, we'll discuss limit notation. Practice writing limits in math notation using LIM for limit and the arrow for approaches. As you progress through this course, pay close attention to how you are writing mathematics. I've taught third semester calculus, and I've seen students miss problems not because of a Calc 3 concept, but because of a mistake in Calc 1 notation that led to an issue later on in the problem. Learning to write mathematics is a challenge, so make sure you start practicing now. Here are the correct answers for how to write limits in mathematical notation. Some common misconceptions or mistakes that I've seen students make. The equal sign. The equal sign just means is. Some students sometimes leave the sign out entirely. Sometimes they sneak the equal sign in between the limit and the function, or they use an arrow instead of an equal sign. If you speak what you've written, for example, the limit as x approaches 3 of x plus 4 is 7, as you say the word is, you write an equal sign. Take a moment after you've written out your work on limit problems to make sure you've used the equal sign appropriately. If you have written two things that are equivalent, these are both the same thing. They look different, but they're the same thing. If you've written two things that are equivalent, you can write an equal sign. Arrows are reserved for approaches, or for later on in math classes, function notation when an input is mapped to an output. Arrows have specific meanings in mathematics, so start learning now how to use them correctly and how to use equal signs correctly. Another place to double check is that you use just LIM for the limit, you abbreviate, and then double check that this x approaches 3 is a subscript, it's below the limit.